The following feature presentation is part of the Skywalking Network.
This is what you can look forward to on episode 431 of Skywalking Through Neverland. Judge Doom scared the heck out of me. Yeah.
That boy just insulted me. I want comfort food. And they threw all these Rice Krispie treats in our bag. Now, is that Pacific time? Eastern time? Central time?
It's always Disneyland time. And the shoe was like squirming all around like, oh, no.
Was it a shoe or Mr. Bill? Now, how many Gothels do you give her interaction?
It's time to kill a tune.
Are you ready?
Welcome to Neverland.
Here we go!
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
When I first made Star Wars, everybody in Hollywood said, well, this is a movie Disney should have made.
You're more than just fans. You're family.
Best day ever!
Secrets love.
It's about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
Hey.
When you use a bird to write with, it's called tweeting.
When we visit the world of Disney, we never grow old. It's a Peter Pan, Never Land that keeps us young in heart.
This is Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you are skywalking through Neverland. I have a good feeling about this.
Hey, Skywalkers!
Well. What have we here?
Well, thanks for asking, Oogie Boogie. We were just at your bash, and what we have here are lots of fun stories to share. But first, we want to welcome you back to Skywalking Through Neverland. I am Richard Woloski, but now everyone please say hello to my pumpkin-headed wife, Sarah.
Yay,
That
that's
sounded
me.
much different in my head. That sounded much different.
I have Mickey pumpkins on my head because they're Mickey ears, but each one is a pumpkin.
Yes,
Mickey.
so I don't mean to say that your head looks like a pumpkin.
Oh, I know.
Because when I get a really short haircut, my head looks like a pumpkin.
Oh. Okay. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's okay. All right. Well, Skywalkers, we are your enthusiastic podcast destination for the many decades of your Star Wars, Disney, and Marvel fandom. So it's time for your weekly Wookiee hug. And a little sprinkle of pixie dust for our very special family of Skywalkers. If you are listening to this, you are family. Now, in this episode, we kicked off our Halloween celebration by going to Disney's Oogie Boogie Bash at DCA. It was the very first one. The characters, the food, the fun, and so much doom in this Coven of Chaos.
Oh, there's a double and triple meaning in that.
And I do want to say, if you are listening to this as a podcast episode, I do recommend going over to YouTube and looking at our YouTube version of this podcast, because we are going to share not only the audio of the clips of characters, but also video from all the character interactions we had, which were numerous. So please go to YouTube, Skywalking Through Neverland, look at the video version. It's going to be amazing.
Now, we are being sponsored by Small World Vacations, and they are a diamond-level Disney vacation planner travel agency that can help you book your trip to a Disney park around the world. And best of all, Sarah, guess how much this service is?
I think, are you getting at, is it free?
It is free of charge for their service. So head over there to smallworldvacations.com for a no-obligation price quote and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you.
Nice.
Now, we are recording this from Long Beach, California on September 7th, 2023. So, Sarah, how many more days until Halloween? Should we ask you or the guy with the leaf and lawn blower outside?
I think we need to ask our leaf and lawn blower.
Yeah.
You know what?
Can you guys hear
Whenever
that?
we start going live, that's when the gardeners come.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what makes sense, right?
So do you want to go ask him how many days until Halloween?
I do.
Okay. But just in case he doesn't know.
I'm going to look at the notes and say that there are 55 days.
55 more days. Should we roll in the song?
No.
Okay.
All right, but Stacy here in the comments says, I just want to hear Minnie give the time.
Okay. Minnie?
Oh, hello.
Hey there, Minnie. Where you been?
Oh, I've been away so long. I was sad. Why didn't you invite me back?
Because of I was going to make a union joke, but doesn't really seem fitting.
Oh, no. Did you have a question you wanted to ask me?
Oh, yes. See, we were waiting for someone in the Sky Chat to ask you what time it is. I can't do all the heavy lifting around here, so we have to wait until someone in the Sky Chat asks to have Minnie back and reveal the time of day. See, that's all it takes.
Oh, well, it is 3:08 p.m.
Now, is that Pacific time, Eastern time, Central time?
It's always Disneyland time.
Oh, yes. Why, yes, it is. All right, Minnie, now ask me the big question before you got to take off.
All right, what happened?
No. I don't, not.
Oh.
Sorry, Sarah. I want to hear from Minnie this time, okay?
Oh, Richard, what happened today in Star Wars history?
Well, thank you, Minnie. Now you can see yourself out, okay? Now, hey, guess what? 38 years ago today, on September the 7th, 1985, this was a big day for Star Wars. Do you know why? This is when Star Wars TV series hit the airwaves with the Ewoks and Droids Adventure Hour. Yeah, so this day saw the premiere of the Ewoks episode, The Cries of the Trees, and the Droids episode, The White Witch. Now, Sarah, did you watch these series back in 1985?
I was the right age, sort of. I mean, I was 4.
You were 4. You were the target audience for the Ewok series.
And I don't remember it. I would say I would be a little young because I never saw the Star Wars movies until, but I do not remember. I remember cartoons when I was 7 or 8. Like, that's when I remember cartoons. So if I watched them, I don't remember them.
Gotcha. See, if you were watching Care Bears, like I know you've mentioned Care Bears in the past, then you would have watched the Ewoks.
Okay.
Droids wouldn't have been your thing. It was all about hardware and spaceships, and wasn't your kind of animation.
Right. I could see that. I would definitely like the Ewoks. And there was a series that was similar to the Ewoks that I can't...
Yeah, Care Bears.
Not Care Bears.
The Oozy Woozies? Or
something else in the trees. They were like animals. I can't remember. Gummy bears. Gummy bears.
The gummy bears lived in the trees?
I think so. They were like in an Ewok village. Maybe I saw Ewoks and thought they were the gummy bears. Maybe they're like in my mind messed up. I don't know.
Okay, we'll count that as yes, you've seen the Ewok series back in 1985.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, one more thing.
Yes.
We have to wish a big 30th birthday to Taylor Gray.
Aww.
And Taylor Gray voices Ezra Bridger in Star Wars Rebels and Forces of Destiny. Boy, he was a youngin' when he did Rebels.
Yeah.
So Taylor, whatever you're doing, we're hoping you're having a forceful day. All right, now let's update everyone on the Ahsoka Zoom chats.
Yes, so right now Ahsoka is coming out on Disney Plus, and we are resuming our Ahsoka Zoom chats each Thursday or Friday night for the run of the series. And it's going to be for anyone who wants to join in, but the discussions will be recorded so that those of you in the Skywalking Force will be able to listen later at your convenience. You can listen to yourself if you come join us, or you can listen to the rest of us Skywalkers chat about the show later on your own Skywalking Force feed, which is great. And this week's Zoom for Ahsoka is going to be Friday, September the 8th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific.
Hope to see you there and share your thoughts, because this week's episode was quite dynamic.
Yes. And last week we did have our Skywalking Force party, an Ahsoka fan event, and it was super fun, and we'll tell you more about that later, but we want to thank you so much, Skywalking Force, for coming and making this event just a really fun thing.
I'm not sure I feel the same way about Sabine anymore.
Oh.
More on that later.
More on that later.
All right, with that, let's get into the Halloween spirit with some Oogie Boogie.
Well, what have we here? A magical place that's looking to get scared with bats and ghouls and cars in disguise. I've cast quite a spell now. You won't believe your eyes.
The spell is cast. Halloween time is back with spectacular experiences in Disneyland and Disney California Adventure Parks.
So yesterday, we went to the debut of Oogie Boogie Bash 2023, the very first night. That's so much fun to go to because people are always so excited to go to that first night. You get the best costumes. The characters are just raring to go.
It's amazing. Now, this is a separate ticketed event. It's after hours at DCA. And this Halloween celebration, it includes treat trails, there's special merchandise, there's food, there's characters, and adults can even dress up head to toe, despite what the rules say.
more on that later on.
Yes. All right.
Now we've attended
Yeah.
either the Mickey's Halloween party or the Oogie Boogie Bash, going back to when?
At least 2012, I would say.
Yeah, and back then it was the Mickey's Halloween party.
I think so. At some point when they were doing all that construction on DCA, they moved it over to Disneyland. And then yes, they would call it like Mickey's Halloween Party. But then back over at DCA, it became Oogie Boogie Bash. And it's been just getting better and better every year since.
And in 2019, we did the Coast to Coast Halloween parties over here and then over there at Disney World.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Within like what, a 48-hour time span?
Yes, it was very quick. Now, the best thing about this event and about any of these after hours events so far is that the treat trails, you can get in line and they go pretty quick, but the villains are in the treat trails, like during it. So you can spend as much time as you want with the villains, talking to them, having fun, and then you can just bypass them like a lot of people do. But why would you do that? We're here to see the villains. So it's really fun. And the mix-in for this event begins at 3 p.m. with the event happening from 6 to 11 p.m. each night that it happens.
Yeah, with careful planning, I think you can do pretty much everything in that 5 hours. Now, that's, of course, it all depends on the crowds and where they are at the time, but that's why we say with careful planning. I've got Sarah here. She does all the planning, so we get to cover everything.
Yes.
She's a planner. All right, so let's kick things off with the definite highlight. What is it?
The characters.
And this year, they had two new characters.
Yes. Okay, so the first one
was Judge Doom. Even though I keep calling him Dr. Doom or Judge Dredd, for some reason, I just can't get the name Judge Doom in my head. So, over the course of this recording, if I happen to say Dr. Doom or Judge Dredd, I mean Judge Doom.
Judge Doom.
Now, I didn't have much background on these new characters. I knew...
How long has it been since you've seen Roger Rabbit?
I think a couple of years, and I've only seen it once. For some reason, when this came out in '88.
Wow.
I didn't see it in '88 because I was too busy seeing Willow that summer.
Oh, okay.
So I just didn't see Roger Rabbit, and I just never caught up with it. Even though everyone's been saying for years and decades, you gotta see this movie. And it wasn't until you showed it to me a couple of years ago. So I didn't have much knowledge on this character or really know what to ask him or tell him. So I'll tell you what, let's roll in the clip here and hear a little of what's his name? Judge Doom.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with that? With what? That tip. For the tools that step out of line, they will be dipped out of existence. Am I making myself clear?
Yes!
Thank you.
The characters love it when you interact with them.
Oh yeah, totally.
Without that, they're just doing a big monologue. It was fun, but if I had just walked up on this character without knowing he was from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I wouldn't have known who he was.
Okay, it's funny you say that, because I think without all the publicity, I might have been a little confused too. It would have taken me a moment, but when he brought out the shoe, that's when I would have remembered who he was. But I want to tell you that they theme these lines pretty cute. So before we even got to Judge Doom in this treat trail, first of all, you had an Acme silly slime right there. And then you also had this poison. So this is the dip. Yeah, that's the dip that he's dipping tunes in, and that kills them. That's no good.
So now, after seeing him, I do remember he was played by Christopher Lloyd in the movie, and this performer, he pulled out all stops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you had told me this was Christopher Lloyd up there, I would have said, "Oh, okay." I don't know how you de-aged him, but I believe it.
Yeah, we got some comments here. Megan is saying, "Is that Christopher Lloyd?" Wow. Yeah. And she also says that Judge Doom scared the heck out of me. Yeah. Stacy Bertrand, eek, dip.
See, now I didn't get any of those references.
Oh no, you don't remember that?
No, but it wasn't until you had said something about the dip in this next clip we'll roll in a couple of seconds that I knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, I've seen Roger Rabbit a few times, definitely. It came out 89, right?
88.
88. Okay, so I was like the right age to see that, right? And I saw it several times. And I just remember that this character, I mean, in the movie, he's played by Christopher Lloyd. And so when I saw Roger Rabbit, I definitely associated Christopher Lloyd with Back to the Future, right? Emmett Brown. But he's like evil Emmett Brown in this one. And the main thing that I remember from Roger Rabbit is him taking the Toon shoe. And it's the shoe, it's a cartoon, he's like holding it, and the shoe is like squirming all around, like, oh, no, and he's like dipping it closer and closer to the dip. No, it's like squirming, and then
was it a shoe or Mr. Bill?
It was a shoe with a face. It was this face. So we're gonna play this because when we first went and visited Judge Doom at his line, he didn't do this. But then we came back later on in the evening and we hit it at the right time where he decided, oh, it's time to kill a tune.
Beware. Since Toontown has come under my jurisdiction,
Save the shoes.
it has become my goal to rein in the insanity. The only way to do that is to make tunes respect the law.
Oh, did you see his little eyes and his little mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was Mr. Bill, I'd understand, but this poor defenseless shoe. That's pretty eerie.
Jeff Caffey, sad shoe.
Oh, now I feel bad for that shoe.
Right? In the movie, it imprinted on me. I was like, oh no, the poor shoe.
Oh.
In fact, it would have been cool if they had had sound effects of the shoe, like screaming.
No, why? We don't want to hear that. No, that would really dishearten me.
Okay. Well, that's what he does. So I thought that was awesome that he does it here.
All right, so
in the line.
So really, the point is, even if you don't know Judge Doom, then you'll still have a lot of fun with him.
Exactly.
I think most people know exactly who he is. Everyone but me. But either way, he's so much fun to watch.
He was, yeah.
In fact, he got such a big audience. At some point, he had to say, "All right, everyone, move along."
Yes.
He had to tell everyone to move. Just because there was another big group behind us, and he didn't want everyone standing there because I'm sure he only had so many bits to go through.
Yeah. All right, Megan here sounds like me. She saw this when she was my age too. I burst into tears when I saw that part as a kid with the shoe. Yeah, it is pretty terrifying.
I don't want to see this movie again. All right, you know what? Before I get any sadder for these shoes.
Save the shoes.
Save the shoes, save the world.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the second new character. And this is Yokai from Big Hero 6. And even though I've seen Big Hero 6 a couple of times, this character didn't even look familiar. I've got a lot of homework to do, don't I?
You know what? That's okay. Well, they used Yokai from Big Hero 6 because one, he is the main villain, and two, he's also part of San Francisco. So they have just redone the whole Pacific Wharf to be San Francisco, which is where the setting of Big Hero 6 is.
It makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Now, even though Baymax doesn't really apply to Villains Night, I just to have some context, I'd like to see some Baymax in there somewhere, or even Hero.
Right. Yeah. This is him.
Yeah. This doesn't even look familiar.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. The thing I remember about Yokai is he's either Hiro Hamada is the main kid, and he's kind of like the Luke in this movie. And I believe that Yokai is either Hiro Hamada's older brother.
Yes, that part I remember. I didn't want to say anything in case anyone hadn't seen Big Hero 6, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert, yes.
But
Hiro
however,
and this guy are brothers.
Yeah, however, that brother went bad.
Right.
Kind of like Anakin going to Darth Vader.
Right.
And then Hiro kind of brings his brother back to the good side, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while. This movie came out in 2014. I think it's been since then since I've seen it. But the one thing I don't remember is Yokai's motivation in the film. Like, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can all figure it out based on this clip.
Okay.
So many superheroes, yet none of you have done anything about Alistair Cray's operation. You have? You have any information for me about Alistair Cray's whereabouts? Then why did you say you had information? You're a villain. Some see me as a villain. I see myself as a liberator, an avenger.
Avenger of what?
Avenger of my daughter.
There's a little bit of backstory there, still not really that clear. But
Yeah.
I love these kind of bad guys who have such a clear motivation where they think they're doing something very good. They're liberating and liberating what I don't know, but a lot of them think they're bringing peace. Just like Balin Skull in this week's Ahsoka is like, hey, you know what? We want to bring peace. Ahsoka's like, no, you want to bring a war. No, we want to bring peace. Unfortunately, there's going to be a big war before there, but we're going to get some peace. And I love Darth Vader's the same way. So I love those kind of characters. However, I just don't know. I don't know him.
Right.
Now, the one thing I've always complained about at the Disney parks is that you can't hear the performers. But every single one of these villains in the treat trails were so well mic'd. Everything was so clear, and I've got to really applaud him on the amplification.
Yeah, in fact, even Sid, I think, was the most. Like, you down the street, you could hear Sid from Toy Story being nasty to people.
Yeah.
Even within ears, we couldn't see him yet. Yeah. You could hear him.
So I know in the past, for the treat trails, they've always mic'd the people.
Yeah.
But I think the audio quality this time around was just so crystal clear.
Invested in some new microphones.
All right, now some returning characters. Let's start off with Oogie Boogie, because this is the Oogie Boogie Bash.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we didn't see him.
No.
No.
We just realized, we never went in the animation building, which is where he is.
And as impressive as his candy trail is, we just opted out of this one.
I think, we ran out of time, and also, you can't interact with him because he has a pre-recorded track that he is just kind of moving to.
And he's the only
in the headed costume.
Yes, he's the only one that has a pre-recorded track. As you can tell with the other characters, they're responding to your comments.
Yes.
But this one here, he's just throwing out lines, talking about this costume or that costume. But Oogie Boogie is just... that costume, that character is just so impressive. But we've seen him many times in the past, so we thought if we're gonna miss anything, let's miss Oogie Boogie.
Right, and as Jeff says in the comments, Oogie's line is pretty big usually, and yes, it was very big all night.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's move on to Mad Madam Mim.
Mad Madam Mim from the Sword and the Stone.
All right, now on a scale of 1 to 10, with the interaction with Judge Doom.
You need a sticker here that says Judge Doom.
Out of 1 to 10, clearly a 10. Yokai, once again, clearly a 10 there too. Okay, Mad Madam Mim. Where do you give her?
Oh.
What do you give her on the scale of 1 to 10 Mims?
Definitely a 10.
Yes.
I asked her lots of questions, so much that the cast members were like trying to tell me to move along, and I'm like, dude, she loves this.
Yes.
Okay, but
as performers ourselves, we know we need things to feed off of.
Yes. So should we watch it?
Please.
Okay.
Oh my! Yes. Well, what animal's your favorite? My favorite? What my favorites turn into? They're very different. Favorite to turn into? Hey, well, that would be a dragon! Oh, okay. What's your favorite animal? Do you like foxes? I prefer bugs. Oh, bugs. There's a half of you in here. Oh, do you know Oogie Boogie? Yes, of course I do. He invited me here. Oh, okay. He gave you some bugs? Oh, yes, he did. I got them somewhere around here. Archimedes might have eaten one. What do you do to Archimedes? Oh, dear. See, here's more, too. Oh, you see, they're in a frozen in time spell. Oh, no. I don't know how they ended up that way. What universe are you in? What time are you in? What do you mean, this time?
See, if we hadn't just watched Sword in the Stone, I wouldn't know who she was either.
She was perfect.
I am falling short on my Disney villain knowledge.
Yeah, but oh my god, even that clap at the end is like spot on to how the character does it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she was amazing.
I believe it's the same performer as last year, and she
definitely
was just incredible.
Now, something I didn't notice last year was she pointed it out there. Archimedes was in a little cage right behind, so that's the owl. That's Merlin's owl. He looked stuffed, which is like, ooh. What did you do to Archimedes? That's why I asked. And then at one point in the film, The Sword in the Stone, she turns little Arthur into, who she calls Wart, who everyone calls Wart, into a bird, a little sparrow. And that was in the other cage next to her, which I never noticed that before. So it was amazing.
Yeah, the prosthetics. Prosthetics, along with the sound quality this year, the prosthetics are just amazing. She had a false chin. And having been in the makeup department in the creature effects world at one time, I'm looking for the seam lines and perfect. I didn't see any. It was perfect. That little denture she was wearing and the prosthetic.
She kept playing with her skirt.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah, these are not just cast members up there. These are actual actors.
Mm-hmm.
Which they can do because they're at a theme park, so they can do this.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't think this has anything to do with any of the strike policies.
Right.
Even though, wait a minute, give it time, and I'm sure by the end of the day, they'll be included in the whole strike.
Disney is putting this on, so they're fine, right?
Yes, I guess if they're actors, they're part. Yeah. You know what? Okay, tangent. I just got a hold of. I've been reaching out to the correspondent for podcasting over at SAG, and I asked them all these questions. So this will have to be one more question I ask them.
Yeah.
Because the rules are just so, I don't know. They're just so gray. Mm-hmm. No one knows what to do anymore because we've been asking a lot of actors to say a little something for our 10th anniversary coming up. And some of these actors like, I don't know if I can do this. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to reach out there myself. And I even invited a representative to come on the show and tell us what all these rules are. Because they keep changing day by day.
That's true.
Yeah. Reality actors now in this whole, in the SAG where they can't do anything, or voiceover actors, video games, used to be all separated. Now they're being clumped in. Okay. With that, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on to Mother Gothel.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in her treat trail. She took over from the Evil Queen.
Yeah.
This treat trail.
Now, how many Gothels do you give her interaction?
I would say 10. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on, they're all amazing. Mm-hmm. We didn't record this one, but we had fun.
Yeah, very much so. And most people just stand and watch her.
Yeah.
But, once again, as performers, we know we need something to play off of. And Sarah, you were right on it.
Oh, yeah.
You were having full conversations with Mother Gothel.
Mentioned Rapunzel. What else? And she would comment on people's costumes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone would always talk about your pumpkin heads.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and like you were scooting by, like there was people that were kind of blocking the lane right by her, so you like went by them really fast to go on the other side, and she was like, "Where are you going, Pumpkinhead?" or something like that. She's like, "You're here to see me," you know. Why aren't you here to see me? It was very cute.
Yeah, she was very, very good. But this was toward the end of the night, so I think we were taking a shortcut through this treat trail.
That's right.
Get somewhere else. Like, oh, there's Mother Gothel, so we didn't record this one.
Right.
But we didn't want to spoil it for everyone who will end up going to Oogie Boogie Bash.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can have your whatever interaction you want based on questions. So maybe prepare some questions and see what they say.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, we'd like to prepare a couple of things to have chambered.
Yes.
Just so we can have a little fun conversation. Because if no one else will, hey, we know how to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's move on to Ernesto de la Cruz from Coco. This never ceases to amaze me. But first, how many Cocos do you give Ernesto de la Cruz on his interaction?
10.
Yeah, 10. I'm sorry.
And you know what? He was speaking half Spanish, half English, so a lot of our crowd was like loving him, and it was so much fun to hear him. And I know a little Spanish now, so I was like, oh, I know what that means. I know what that means.
Let's play a little bit of a song, Remember Me.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. He gets to sing a little short set in the middle of his interactions.
All right, check
so
this
everyone
out.
waits for that.
Though I have to say goodbye, remember me. Don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart. Remember me. Though I have to travel far, remember me. Each time you hear a sad guitar, know that I'm with you. That I can be until you're in my arms again.
All right, in my opinion, best makeup appliance ever.
Stacy agrees.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I can't figure this out. I can't figure out what is going on here. This actor can emote, he can project, he can enunciate through the dental and makeup appliance. Now, I believe the song is pre-recorded.
I think so.
Yes.
But he has the same voice, so it might be him singing along to a pre-recorded track.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I saw one part. He may have been a couple of frames off.
Okay.
That's how that's how I measure things, by frames.
Yeah.
So, but even so, it was fantastic.
Let's look at
the
this.
actor never missed a beat. Yeah. So this is one of the treat trails you cannot miss, because this is not just a treat trail. We get a lot of free candy. This is a show. This is a really, really good show.
It's amazing.
All right, now let's move on to the most controversial villain.
Okay.
Sid from Toy Story.
Sid from Toy Story, and he's a bad guy because he is just a bad kid.
He mangles toys.
He mangles toys, and then
he Frankensteins them.
Right. But then he's also mean to like Andy, right?
Yes.
In Toy Story. And so he's very snarky, he's very mean. He's like getting into his teenage years.
Yeah, he's the bully.
Yeah.
Got this little bully dog Scud.
Mm-hmm.
All right, speaking of Scud, how many Scuds do you give Sid?
I give him an 11.
An 11 Scuds.
Yes. Definitely.
He's got so many great funny comebacks and just insults. And I'm wondering how close he's come to actual insulting people, because some of the things he does say is in character insulting. Right. And this day and age of people's emotions being so paper thin, I'm surprised they still bring him back. Because let's watch this clip right here and see what you think.
Oh, really? That was a really good comeback, huh? Is that all you can think of? Exactly. You're the dumb one. Bye.
Hey, Sid, you made all those upgrades to your toys. What upgrades are you going to make on you?
Well, upgrades, I'm perfect. What are you talking about? Do you need any upgrades? You obviously do. Because of all those pumpkins you have on your head. You can't think for yourself, right?
You're
talking
Where's mine? I'm already wearing it because I'm awesome. I don't need to be any scarier than I am. I'm the scariest thing here.
Do you want some candy?
I gave you that candy. Be grateful. Duh. Go get some more. You're welcome, by the way.
Okay.
Later.
Bye. He's great. He is great. He is so funny. But once again, calling people dumb. I'm just so surprised they brought this guy back.
Oh, I know.
But everyone loves him because he is funny, and he just encapsulates this little 11-year-old kid from the movie.
Totally, and his look too. He's got that round face.
Yeah.
Let's see. Megan, Sid is my spirit child. Oh.
What does that mean?
Okay, Chickafint. When they saw him last year, they wanted to take Chickafint away from the parentals and fix me. Don't let him do it.
Oh, don't let him go anywhere near your Chickafint.
No.
He'll take off the head and put like a bantha head on him and take off his legs and put him on a tauntaun. He just mixes it. He Frankensteins his toys.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of Sids.
Yes.
There's like an A Sid and a B
He's
Sid.
the A one.
He's the A Sid.
He's
yeah.
definitely the A one.
The B one is good.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm sure they learn from each other too.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's funny because they have I think they have some insults for certain characters. Like there was a little girl as Ariel walking by and he goes, fish out of water, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got all of his patter down. I went up to the first candy treat station past Sid.
Yeah.
And I said to the cast member, I want to speak to your manager right away. And their faces dropped like, oh no, what happened? I said, yes, that boy just insulted me. I want comfort food. And they threw all these Rice Krispie treats in our bag. So there's a way to get there's our tip. Our first tip, tell the cast members that the villains insulted you and you want comfort food, and they'll give you like twice the candy.
More candy, yes.
Yes, and go for those Rice Krispie treats.
Yes. All right. Should we talk about the best part of the night?
All right, mic drop on this.
Okay. So we had to go and visit Avengers Campus, wherein Agatha Harkness is back. I think this is her 3rd year now. And my goodness, she is just the best.
All right. How many dark holes do you give Agatha?
I give her 20.
That low? Out of 10? You give her just 20? I give her 20 million.
Okay. Well, okay. Should we instead of telling you, let's just show it.
What did you do to Sparky? Oh, sorry. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I'm so glad you asked.
Is Sparky here?
Oh, of course he is. I could not bring him along. So many people asking about it. Did you want to say hi?
Yeah, please.
Say hi. Come over here, superstar.
All right, here's Sparky. Where is he? Where? Agatha!
He's taking a nap just now. But we've been working on a lot of tricks. Sit, stay, roll over. There's a new one we're working on. Can you guess which one?
Play dead? Agatha! She is so good. And to remind everyone, Sparky is the dog from WandaVision that Agatha kills.
Yeah.
And she's got this little gravestone.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, Jeff is asking a question. Did they have Zombie Captain America out? We did not see him. They only had like Loki and I think Black Panther.
Yeah.
And they were like switching out, but they didn't have Zombie Captain America.
Why'd they have Black Panther out?
I don't know. Yeah.
Last year they had Werewolf by Night. We were looking for him, but no.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, in last year, they brought out Zombie Captain America mid-season, which ticked off a lot of people.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, because we were there early, and then they didn't bring him out till the What If had aired where he was in. So, yeah. Okay, well, that wasn't all.
Oh, there's more.
For Agatha, because we stayed around in her area for a while. That's what, again, I love about the treat trails. You can just stay there pretty much as long as you want. And so when all of a sudden a track came on in her playlist loop, and we had fun with this.
Yes, we did.
And so did she.
Why don't I leave you with a little sing-along? Yeah! Do it! Oh, that's right. It was me, my superstar. It's been Agatha all along. All right, we'll get it next time. That's okay.
Come on.
Now you say that once that song came up in her loop, she started to go into that bit, but I don't think that was part of her loop because you led her into that. You started talking about Agatha all along.
Really?
And that's when she started with this song. So there might be someone behind the scenes just going, okay, someone's gonna mention Agatha all along. We'll mix that into the soundtrack.
Oh, maybe.
Because if not, then you and she must be on the same page. You two must be in the same Coven of Chaos.
Yeah.
Because you two think alike.
Yeah.
Oh, let's say hello to Adam O'Brien.
Oh,
hey,
yay.
Adam, our pal from Oz. G'day, mate.
All right, and well, Megan doesn't know Marvel, but she loves Agatha.
Yeah. This is great. I try to get it out of her. Is this your new show called Darkhold Diaries or Coven of Chaos? And she didn't want to go on the record.
Yeah, exactly. Nope.
So this now, out of all of these characters we just went through, these were our highlights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you the big tough question.
Oh.
Which one was your favorite?
I mean, I think after we had gotten out the Agatha, because we hit her song and everything, and we had enough interaction with her before she left, and then she left on that high note, and I mean, you get out of these characters what you give as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could hear us, like we were talking to her, we were throwing things out, we were Agatha all alonging, whereas the people behind weren't really doing it. So, like she played into us because we were very much interacting. So it was amazing.
All right, Sky Chat.
Oh.
What do you say? Megan says Judge Joom and Sid and Agatha.
Anybody else? What did you like out of these characters? Let us know.
I
You know what? We did forget Cruella DeVille. We never went in her treat trail line either. And she's pretty fun, but in the past, she's played mostly to the kids in the audience. And she walks on her stage like she's doing a fashion show.
And
it's really cool.
She refers a lot to her Cruella movie.
Yes.
Which I forgot there was even a Cruella movie until we saw her on her stage.
Yeah.
All right, Agatha. Megan had narrowed it down to Agatha.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Agatha myself with a Sid nipping at her heels.
I think Sid also, he's just so fun. Like you could probably stand and watch him for a while, talk with characters. So yeah.
All right. Okay.
Let's see. So Jeff says Judge Doom is wicked, and yeah.
I think if I had more background with Judge Doom.
I'm just glad we got the dipping moment. I'm so excited about that. Even though it, scares you, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else? If you guys want to weigh in, let us know.
Chickafent liked Sid. Cool.
All right. You know what? Let's move on to tips.
Yeah. Tips and tricks.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to this Oogie Boogie Bash, like you said, a bunch of times. So yeah, go ahead.
All right, so if you're going to go to the Oogie Boogie Bash, and if you really want pictures with Minnie Mouse, Daisy Duck, and Clarabelle Cow as the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus, go there 1st. This line is always insanely long, and they do cut it off way before 11 p.m. All right, Sarah, give us another tip.
Okay, not only do they have treat trails, they also have characters, and it's very confusing as to what is where if you're looking at the little printed out map that they give you. That printed out map is really silly because all they have is where the spots are. They don't have which characters are where. You have to go to your app and go to like the Oogie Boogie section and then go. It's a whole thing. So my biggest advice is to screenshot the parts in the app that are going to be useful to you, and so you can just look at that photo over again through the night to refer back, like times for the parades or where the characters are, things like that. So they also have photo spots that have no characters but just a backdrop, and I would say that those are super fun if you're like with a group that's all dressed up in theme. Otherwise, you can probably skip those.
It's funny that you say that everything's on the app and not on the map. I saw more maps on the ground, and it just occurred to me why that is. Because people will look at these maps and go, these are useless, and just throw them away.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go to Jeff Caffrey in the Sky Chat. He is going to hit on one of my next tips. Bring your own candy bag. Now, we each got like 10 pounds of candy, which would never fit in these little
tiny bags they give you.
Tiny bags. You can maybe fit a can of Diet Coke in.
Yeah.
And by the end of the night, the cast members give you large fistfuls of candy.
I think at one point someone in the eardrums goes, "Okay, give out all the candy now," and they just like fistfuls of candy.
Yeah. So bring your own bag. We brought these big giant bags. People brought backpacks.
Oh yeah.
One person brought one of those wagons, told his kids to get out and filled it with candy.
Now, also, if you're smart, you could get a locker and keep returning to it if you happen to be in the area, so you don't have to carry that all out.
That's a pain. All right, now, if you want to see just the characters in the candy treat lines, you can bypass the candy stations. Because a lot of times people will back up at those candy stations because they want the candy, but you can scoot right around them just to go see the characters.
That's very true.
Yeah, I think last year we figured that out. It's like, oh, we want to go see someone, but
Ernesto
the line was so long.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. We don't want the candy. We don't want to see the characters. So you can do that. It's not like you're cutting in line. You can just skip the candy station and go right to the character.
Yeah. All right, another tip, if you just want to see a character but don't necessarily want a picture with them, and they're not in a treat trail line, they're just like a character experience like the Sanderson sisters or Lotso. He's the teddy bear from Toy Story 4. You know what, you can wait until they switch out, and a lot of times you can get them walking down DCA and like to your out area. So that was really cool. Richard, we caught Lotso right when he was leaving.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah.
He's a big old bear.
It was cool because he was walking by Toy Story Mania. It was really cute.
Now, Jeff Caffrey in the Sky Chat brings up a very good point. All right, he says, be sure to separate the candy when you get home. I forgot the carrots in my bag, and it didn't turn out well. Yes, that happened last year. We had little bags of carrots and apples, and if they're in there, they're being refrigerated, they turn bad really quickly. So good point there, Jeffrey.
All right, did you have something about the parade?
Yeah, the parade is an extravaganza. It's a lot of fun to watch, but it's been the same the last few years. So if the lines for the characters are much larger than normal, then I would say maybe skip the parade, because the parade goes through the whole park. So at some point or another, you'll get a chance to see a little bit of the parade.
It's a long parade.
And it hasn't changed.
And it goes twice throughout the night. So if you don't get that 8:30 p.m. slot, you wait for the 10:05 p.m. and wow, like it's way easy to just walk right up when the parade's starting to walk by you and get a good viewing.
All right, and if you want to see the parade, just go watch it on our YouTube channel.
That too.
There you go. Once again, it's a great parade, but it takes up a lot of time during the night.
All right, another tip for those of you going to this year's Oogie Boogie Bash. There is a new Minnie Mouse Winifred Sanderson sipper. It is so cute. It lights up, like the skirt lights up. And if you want that, I suggest you get it early. And I believe it's definitely available at Smoke Jumper's Grill. And I think at Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta, you can mobile order some of them. But you have to get those mobile orders in early, even before the event starts. We decided too late that we were like, oh, let's go get that. And yeah, they were all sold out. So we didn't get our little mini Winifred, but that's okay.
But you're going again.
Yes,
So you
I
can
am
pick it
going
up
again.
then.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going maybe with Bryn and with Courtney right here. Courtney needs it. Yeah. So we have to mobile order that day, that morning. Let's do it.
All right, now let's get into our afterthoughts.
Okay.
All right. Do you wanna start us off here with our afterthoughts after everything we've done, everything we've talked about?
I do, and I do want to say one of my afterthoughts was they had some really cute merchandise this year for the Oogie Boogie Bash specifically, and they did put it out in the stores before the close of the park at 6 p.m. So I don't know if they were just allowing wristbanded people of the Oogie Boogie Bash to buy the merch, but it looked like you could buy the merch even if you weren't wristbanded at that point. Just so you know. Like if you didn't buy a ticket to the Oogie Boogie.
Right.
But I just want to show you some of these because Loungefly has actually expanded and gotten into even more merchandise. They have t-shirts now with all these villains. Look how cool that is. And this really cool hoodie that it's like acid green with Oogie Boogie face, and his mouth is a zipper pocket that opens up. So you can put your candy in there.
That is a great design, a great concept.
It's really
Usually their
cool.
shirts are just, they've been there, done that, but that is a great concept.
It's so cool. And then they have a mug here with Oogie Boogie on it. And they all say somewhere, like on the sleeves, Oogie Boogie Bash 2023. So they are labeled as such. There's some other sippers here. And then they have a really cool spirit jersey. It says Disney California Adventure with Oogie Boogie and his bats. A really fun black and green design at the bottom of the spirit jersey. And then at the back, it says Oogie Boogie Bash, very large. And there's also Loungefly ears right here. Mickey ears, which are Oogie Boogie's dice, with a little green bow. And then there's one of those snakes that he has, and it actually moves around. So you can move that snake around on there. It's really cool. So I thought the merchandise was very well designed this year. That's one of my notes.
Okay. Now, there wasn't any food. There wasn't any Oogie Boogie centric food options. They had one what do you call it? Like a milkshake.
Well, okay, so the Oogie Boogie Bash food in particular, unless you liked spicy food like ghost peppers or super sweet churros, there wasn't anything particularly special for the evening that we wanted. So we only tried one new thing, but it was a shake that you can get at Halloween time. So you can get this anytime, not just at the Oogie Boogie Bash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was good though.
It was.
Now going into Oogie Boogie, the couple of days leading up to it, I remember the last couple of years when it was in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
And we planned out these big costumes to wear, and we couldn't wear them, or if we did wear them, they didn't last that long because we were just sweating bullets. This year, it was so comfortable. It was in the 70s, and we had a nice breeze all night. It really sold the Halloween vibe. It's very hard to celebrate Halloween when you're sweating bullets, when you're sweating pumpkins off your head.
Yeah, so we just basically dressed kind of Halloween themed. And Richard, you had your fun, what is that, Darth Vader costume?
Last year or two, they had reissued the Ben Cooper 1970s Star Wars costumes, but to fit adults.
Yeah.
And I wore my Darth Vader costume.
Yeah. Oh, and guess what? You didn't get the Rebel Spy on Emotional Whirlwind.
Yeah, on the Inside Out ride, I wasn't Rebel Spy. What is it? I'm just losing all hope.
But I had fun on that ride.
Because for some reason, you were chosen as the rebel spy on the emotional whirlwind attraction. Why? Why? That's not even an option, but yet you were still chosen.
All right, they did have a special magic key photo op down by the Silly Symphony Swings, which was fun, I guess. So apparently this is Haunted Mansion. What is that called? Artwork?
Concept art.
Concept art, yes.
Yeah.
And then we asked to do a magic shot, and they obliged. Can you see what the magic shot is in there?
Yeah.
It's the hag giving us a poison apple, apparently, but
we had to go back and do our own pictures.
well, these are the ones I think he gave it.
Yeah.
They did.
It's like, why take such a high angle when you can see the ground?
It was very odd.
So yeah. So,
Even some of these are like cut off. Oh, look at all the spider bots.
yeah. So if you really want a picture that you're excited for, take it yourself.
Yeah.
We a couple of years ago we wanted pictures with the chimney sweepers from Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
And the photographer didn't even get the broom
handles.
The handles
brooms?
in the ends in the shot.
Yeah.
So there's a tip there. Take the pictures yourself. Now, okay, we started the night.
Yes.
I gotta say, we started the night, and we had gone to the show, the big Halloween show in the Disney Junior stage.
Mm-hmm.
And this is so much fun. This show is meant for kids 6 and under.
Oh, yeah.
So that's us.
That is us.
That's us.
I mean, look at how cute this is, and it's Mickey and Minnie. It's about, a 15-minute show?
Yeah.
Which is great to start. We went to the 6 p.m. one. We started our evening with this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so cute. You can fit a bunch of people in that theater. And they have, mini musical numbers.
You know what? We've got a clip here. Let's play the clip.
Oh, okay.
All right. Get ready to just be doused in cuteness.
Not too spooky.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure, pal. And there's gonna be treats. I want candy, lots of candy. Even some best
How cute is that? Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Donald in their Halloween costumes. Just ultra cute.
It was, and is it Minnie who tells a bedtime story?
Yeah, Mickey and Minnie tell a Halloween story.
Yeah, and then they appear later on in ghost costumes. Oh my gosh, Mickey and Minnie as ghosts. Okay, so check this out. There's Mickey, you can see him.
So the host in the green hair asks the kids, "Hey, who's under here? Do you guys know?" They can tell you, Mickey and Minnie. You can see all the kids standing up and dancing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So darn cute. And I don't think we've ever seen this show.
No, we haven't.
There was one dance party back in 2018.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did a dance party, but I don't remember a show like this.
Yeah, since this is really aimed for the smaller kids, it was just never on our radar.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, we thought, let's see the show, and then we'll wait until it gets darker to see the characters.
Yeah.
Good plan. That was your plan, sweetie. Good plan. Thank you. Yeah. I just can't get over how cute this show was.
Yeah. And part of the fun of the Oogie Boogie Bash is seeing what other people are wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And so what were some of the costumes we saw? We saw some Barbies.
We saw a lot of Barbies.
Barbies and Kens.
Either from the movie Barbie or from Toy Story. I would
Yes.
say a lot of them were from Toy Story.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Lots of Jedi.
Yeah.
A good number of Ahsokas.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Jack and Sally's from A Nightmare Before Christmas. We saw a lot of Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus.
Oh, so cute. Yeah.
Okay, now there was a couple of obscure costumes, which I really appreciate. I love me a good obscure costume. I would say runner-up would be the Anne Hathaway character from A Princess Diaries.
Mia Thermopolis.
That's the one.
Yes.
There wasn't just one girl there as her. There was a couple.
There was, I think, at least 3 we saw.
Yeah.
It's so random. All of a sudden, all these Mia Thermopolis ones, A Princess Diaries, what?
And you can tell because she had the dark sunglasses and the Walkman on.
Yeah. As well as her crown and stuff. Oh my gosh.
So funny. Okay, but the most obscure costume of the night which we had to ask a couple of cast members before someone said, "Oh, I know what that is." Okay, let's show a picture of this, okay? All right, now this. Okay, before I tell you what this is, does anyone know what this is in the Sky Chat? Go ahead and tell us what you think this is.
Oh my gosh.
I would think if you shoved Goofy's face into the moon from A Trip to the Moon, the 1902 film, there you have it.
And put an emoji on top, a poop emoji on top?
Yeah.
That's what that looks like.
All right. Okay, Bryn says a golf ball.
Well, she says goof
Golf
ball.
ball, yes.
Do you mean goofball? Goofy
right,
goofball, says Jeff.
Yeah. Okay. It is a golf ball. All right. So this is a Goofy promo golf ball from The World According to Goofy, and this was a parade at Disneyland, which ran for 5 months in 1992, where everything was all Goofy themed.
Oh my gosh.
But the fact that someone there dressed as this character.
Yeah, they did. They dressed as this character. They had like paper machéd their body as this golf ball thing, like around them. Like it was hard. It was very well done. And then their hat was basically that round poop emoji thing.
Yeah, we went to a couple of cast members to say, what is this? And finally, one woman said, "Oh yeah, this is the Goofy golf ball."
Who knew, says Bryn.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. However, this is something more for D23.
Yeah.
But something here, yeah. How are we going to move around all night?
No. Yeah, and she was like sitting on a bench when we saw her.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a lot of work.
Most uncomfortable for a costume that no one there is going to really know. Once again, this is good for D23.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got to mention this, okay?
Okay.
I got to get into this. Now, far be it from me to be a prude, but some costumes should have been prevented from entering the park. And these are the scantily clad attendees and those who wore tops that hid nothing from the imagination. All right, now, there's kids around. There's a lot of kids. And it's Disneyland. Who is not paying attention at the door? And I know they get a lot of flack, and my free expression, you gotta let me in. But come on, these costumes are more appropriate for like after party,
or West Hollywood parade.
Yeah, after parties in Hollywood. You get my drift here.
Yeah.
So you know what? For those kind of parties, go for it. For a party at Disneyland. Come on, let's reel it in, people. Come on.
There was a few, yeah.
Yeah, didn't get pictures of those because it was one of those "what's the matter with you" moments.
Yeah.
There's kids around.
But overall, we had a fun time. I think we were almost done with most of what we wanted to do by about 9:30, and the rest of the night kind of was just fun wandering around, and we ended the evening with a ride on Guardians
of the Galaxy.
Monsters After Dark.
I was going to say Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Mission Breakout, but yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
which is a fun way to end it.
Yeah, you said it's after dark. Now,
Yeah, Monsters After Dark. So it's supposed to be like in the dark. So I think when you're going up and down, it's darker than usual, but they still play the screens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never noticed too much of a difference, honestly.
No, that's why I'm very confused. I think it's the same thing, just different name.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just brand it something new, but give them the same thing. People will just think it's something new.
Yeah. It's very fun.
Yeah. But gotta love it. But I would say the real ending to the night is when we had to run all over the park looking for the Sanderson sister drink holder.
Which we totally missed out on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was super cute. But we didn't get it, but maybe next time.
Yeah, so are you going to Oogie Boogie Bash this year? Let us know if our review and breakdown helped, and let us know your thoughts of the event.
All right, Jeff is saying that Monsters After Dark has different cast uniforms for that overlay. I guess we're not very observant, Richard.
Okay,
I didn't notice.
I wasn't really noticing the cast members' uniforms.
Me either. Interesting.
Because when you're in that attraction, you're looking at all the other stuff around. You're not looking at the
Though we did have an awesome cast member. Remember her?
Yes.
Yeah. So she like loaded us in, and then she pretended that a monster grabbed her, and she like was running away screaming, and then she threw her clothes, like a shirt out, like the monster had ate her and spit out a shirt.
Yeah.
It was so, and she screamed. It was so funny.
Okay, I wasn't gonna bring this up, but there was a definite, definite notice between cast members and employees.
Oh, at this event?
Yes. And just in Disney in general, cast members are so into their jobs and they'll help you every step of the way. Unfortunately, we met a couple of employees when we were eating. We asked one girl, "Where are the straws?" She said, "Oh, I think they're inside."
And she walked away.
That is not a cast member. That's an employee. A cast member would have said, "They're inside. Let me go get a couple. How many would you like? Do you want 2? I'll be right back." That's a cast member. This girl said, "I think they're inside." And I'm just not used to that at Disneyland.
Right.
And maybe since this woman was just standing around most of the night, maybe you could pick up a broom, because there was a couple of pieces of trash on the ground than you'd normally expect at Disneyland. Normally, before the piece of trash has even hit the ground, someone's already swooping in and picking it up. So come on, Disney, let's step it up there. But let's end it on a high note, and let's say that this whole night was 10 oogies out of 10 boogies.
And I guess that's why all Oogie Boogie nights are sold out.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm sorry if you guys didn't get tickets.
But we got you covered. Look at our Instagram. Look at our YouTube. We posted a lot of videos there for you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Shout-outs, Skywalker shout-outs. Which Skywalkers get props from here in Neverland? Who has tweeted out? Shout-out. Who has photobombed? Shout-out. Who has shared a post? Shout-out.
We had our very first Skywalking Force Patreon Zoom party last Friday, September 1st, and it was an Ahsoka-themed fan event. We had games, we had trivia, we had an Ahsoka discussion on the first 3 episodes, and prizes. And I think there were about, 12 people there?
Yeah.
12, yeah. And you guys, thank you so much for attending, those of you who could. And there were 2 big winners, and they each won an Ahsoka Pop, Funko Pop, and then the other one, Ahsoka Mickey Ears. Those are on their way to you in the mail.
Yeah, thanks to Disney and Lucasfilm for sending us some Ahsoka toys.
Yeah, that we could do that with.
Yeah, when we get them, you guys get them too. And then, Sarah, you made the Skywalking Force something special.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Let me get them.
Okay, go get that. Yeah, we talked about the first 3 episodes of Ahsoka, and everyone had a lot of really good points to bring up. So this Friday, we'll talk about the 4th episode, Fallen Jedi. So many meanings to that. Oh, okay. Oh, let's see what you got there.
All right.
Everyone got one of these.
So I made a little thing, but this is a vinyl decal. It is Ahsoka. It's what is this? The Jedi symbol?
Yeah, the Firebird symbol with the Ahsoka tattoo marks in the middle.
Yeah. And this is a vinyl decal, so you can put it on like your computer, a phone case, anywhere you want. So everyone in the Skywalking Force, not those who just attended, but everyone in the Skywalking Force will be getting one of these in the mail. And that will be by next week. So look for that Ahsoka decal.
Now, is this one spoken for? Because if not, I want to put it on my computer.
It is spoken for. Yes. I need to buy more of the vinyl holographic.
Okay.
If you want more. So yes.
Okay.
I used it all up on you guys. It was super fun.
All right. And that brings us to thanking the Skywalking Force.
Yes.
So every month we want to give you a shout out and thank you from the bottom of our heart. So let's go ahead and begin the rundown. So we want to thank Anthony Kakias,
Blessed Cheesemaker,
Bryn McKinnon,
woohoo, Carl Fox,
Chickafant,
yeah, Christopher Marino,
Courtney Turkel,
Dan Boris,
Darren Irvine,
Dave Kerwin,
Don Glover,
Garrett Sessions,
Glenn Stein,
Jennifer Cole,
Jeremy and Heather Hunt,
John Liang,
John Zancanaro,
Julie Caruana,
Julie Gildersleeve,
Kelly Turkel,
Laura Bryce,
Leanne Nelson,
Meredith Duckworth,
Michael Corbett,
Michael Knipp,
Mike Ward,
Nancy Steinman,
Patrick Pine,
Patty Hammond,
Patty Nazarian,
Peter and Norma Heitman,
Reynold Gobey,
Scott Carmichael,
Scott Hume,
Terry Lee,
Wesley Meekoms,
and Wynn Patterson.
Yay. All right, Skywalkers. Once again, we want to thank you so much. We're going to be doing more Patreon meetups and Zoom parties as our 10th anniversary approaches, too.
Yeah, so let's throw that out there right now. We want to ask the Skywalking Force and everyone watching, if you want to send in a fun little clip, audio clip or audio video clip, really, that would be great. Ooh. Just saying, hey, congratulations on 10 years of Skywalking Through Neverland. That would be great. You can email us, share@skywalkingthroughneverland.com. And I gotta shout out Shamim.
Yes.
Our good friend Shamim Dana. He's our bounty hunter over here, and he got a couple of celebrities to wish us a happy 10th anniversary.
Wow. But yeah, if you send in like a video, maybe like a selfie video, congratulating, we can play it on our 10th anniversary show, which is coming up at the end of September.
Yeah, and let's say if you could have those in by, I would say Friday, September 22nd. That would be phenomenal.
Excellent.
So thank you once again to the Skywalking Force. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be going on 10 years. Well, that wraps up episode 431 of Skywalking Through Neverland. We want to thank all you Skywalkers for watching our live stream, for commenting in the Sky Chat, for watching our videos, for subscribing to our videos, to all the new Skywalkers we had just met at Long Beach Comic-Con last weekend. Yeah. Many new subscribers to our Instagram and YouTube. If that's one of you watching right now or listening, hey.
All right, are you interested in our books? Well, autographed copies of Today in Star Wars History, Parts 1 and 2, and Skywalking Through My Fandom, an interactive notebook, are available now at skywalkingthroughneverland.com/book.
And we got to thank everyone for picking up a copy last weekend at Long Beach Comic-Con.
Yeah, we got to sign a bunch of books that weekend, and we are so glad that you guys made it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jeff was there. Jeff Caffrey was
right.
there at the trivia.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, we had a couple panels that went really well. And never fear, the classic Marvel Star Wars comics panel that we did live, we recorded it, video too, and we'll be putting that out when we get to that
That issue, yeah. We're like 3 episodes till we get to that issue.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
That was great.
We'll be doing more of those in the future.
Yeah, we loved doing that live.
All right, now speaking of the Skywalking Force, what does how does one get into the bonus content?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you just head to skywalkingforce.com. That is our Patreon. You can look at the levels available and just know that if you're a part of the Skywalking Force, we will be doing some Zoom parties for you guys. You can also join in our Zoom discussions on Ahsoka right now. And we also record those discussions, so you have a special Skywalking Force podcast feed just for you that shows those discussions much later. So we talked about WandaVision, we talked about Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Andor,
Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, all of those.
And now Ahsoka.
Yeah.
All right, now we want to thank our sponsor, Small World Vacations, for their continued support. Thinking of a trip to a Disney park? Well, you can fill out a Get a Quote form at smallworldvacations.com today. Their vacation planning service is free of charge, so check it out and tell them Skywalking Through Neverland sent you, or just whisper,
Skynet. And get ready, Sky Chat.
Mm-hmm. Now, we are part of the Skywalking Network,
Skynet,
where you can find other great shows like Talking Apes,
The Neverland Clubhouse,
the Max Effects Podcast,
Totally Tell Me Everything,
Star Warsologies,
and the YouTube shows
Collectopolis and Today in Star Wars History.
Ah, they did it!
Oh.
Skynet. Skynet. Yay.
They've been conditioned.
All right, Skywalkers, you can find us on social media. We are at Skywalking Pod for Twitter and Instagram. We are also on YouTube. And if you want to see all this stuff that we're talking about, the Oogie Boogie Bash, go to our YouTube version of this podcast episode. Just search YouTube for Skywalking Through Neverland. Search Facebook for Skywalking Through Neverland. And you can email your 10th anniversary recordings and messages to share@skywalkingthroughneverland.com.
Now, don't forget to stick around for bloopers and other, like this right here, bloopers and other fun bits that didn't make it into the show. I wonder if this blooper will make it into the end of the show.
And always remember, talk to those villains. And
don't call Judge Doom, Dr. Doom, or Judge Dredd. He doesn't like it.
And Neverland on Alderaan.
Hey, look at those names to the left. They are part of the Skywalking Force, our Patreon.
Become a producer yourself and check out all the Disney Plus themed bonus content available depending on the level you subscribe.
Become a member of the elite Skywalking Force at skywalkingforce.com.